Hello, my name's Tanya and this is my channel Just Let Me Sew. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you are well wherever you are. You've got some good weather, you've been doing a bit of sewing. So I am just quickly jumping on today to do a very quick vlog. Just got back from work, just about to go out and get my children from school. But I really wanted to share some of my latest makes that I have been working on. Now, if you have watched my channel before, you may remember that I made a pair of bob pants by Style Arc, and I love the pattern. I think the barrel leg is very popular at the moment, and it also seems to divide some people. Some people love it, some people really don't like it, but it's just the most comfortable style, particularly with the bob pants because they're elastic waist. And yeah, I've made up 2 more pairs of them. So I first of all made up a size 12. Now, if I look down at the measurements here that I have in front of me, the finished measurements for a size 12 actually put me at a 48 3/8 inch. My hip is 39/40, so there's a lot of ease in there. Now, even with that amount of ease, they are not too oversized at all. I don't think they look too baggy. I know some people have mentioned that the rise has been too long for them, the crotch has come down really low. That hasn't been the case for me at all. I do like things to be quite high-waisted. I've got, I don't know quite what it is, probably like a long hip, I suppose. I don't really know what it is, but anyway, the crotch has been fine for me, no issues there. So I will show you the first pair that I made up. So this is the first pair that I made up, and I will try and insert a picture of me wearing them here somewhere when I get around to taking a photo of myself. I used a viscose, really quite a thin viscose with a slub look to it. I got this from Pound Fabrics, I think last summer. Don't think they have any in stock. I think it was their rust colour. Now, I do love this fabric, perfect for the summer. It is a little bit sheer, as you can see there, so you have to think carefully about underwear choices with this one. Also, it is a very loose weave, so I do not know how I managed to do this, but the back piece, one of the back leg pieces, you'll be able to see there, this one, so my left-hand side, it grew by an inch. So when I went to put on the waistband, there was no amount of easing it in that was going to get that in. So what I had to do was do a gather stitch on the actual leg piece and gather it in. You can't really tell because it's elasticated anyway. So that was my workaround for that one. I think it's fine. When you're wearing it, no one can notice. What I did do with this pair of bob pants was I raised the pockets, because I found with the first pair I made, the pockets sat quite low down for me. So I brought them up so that they start right where the waistband is. So right up the top there. And they're a nice generous size. And I have also caught the top of the pocket in the waistband. And to do that, all I did was just pull out the top pocket piece. I will actually just grab the piece to show you. So I drew another pattern piece for the pocket and I just extended it, so made it longer there, so that that can then just be sewn into the waistband, which means it doesn't flop down, which it does do normally. So that was the change I made. I also shortened them and I took out an inch from the actual pattern piece itself, and I thought that would be enough based on how much I'd taken off the last pair, but it wasn't enough. I went and took another 2 inches, I think, off the length because I prefer that kind of cropped look. You do have to be careful if you do that afterwards because it has a sort of tapered edge, so you just need to mirror it, if that makes any sense at all. Again, let me see if I can find the pattern piece to show you what I mean. So this is the back leg piece. Sorry about the rustling, but you can see at the bottom here, because it's tapered in, it goes out there to mirror the angle there. So it's best to shorten them properly before you cut the fabric out. Otherwise you're going to have to sort of cut into the fabric a little bit and then hope you've got enough seam allowance to do it afterwards, if that makes any sense at all. Sorry, the lighting has just gone really dark in here. I have got the lights on and I've got my ring light on. We're not having the best weather today. It's been really rainy, so apologies for the light. What else did I do with this pair? I finished them off with one of my favourite little Rosy Cheeks labels, which says I made this. Really helpful with elasticated waist, so you can tell which is actually the back without having to check out which way the pockets are sitting. Now the second pair I made was using gorgeous cotton from So Eco Fabrics. So Eco Fabrics is run by the lovely Rosie, really small independent business, and I think all of her fabrics actually organic or sustainably sourced. So it is this gorgeous fabric which I snapped up when I think she had a discount running a while back, and it looks, you know, just like a normal check, but when you go closer it's got lovely little hearts on it. I did my very best to try and pattern match these, and I did manage to pattern match on the front seam, but when it got to the side seam, I think possibly because of the barrel, it didn't really work out all the way down, but it doesn't matter. I got it at the front and at the back, so that's okay. What else did I do? I did the same adjustment with the other ones where I attached the pocket into the waist and I raised the pocket right up so it starts at the waistband. I'd shortened them by the same amount as the orange ones. Unfortunately, I had cut them both out together, so I did have to shorten them after I cut out the fabric, but it's fine, doesn't matter. I added some labels, so this is Better Than Bought. I really like the shape of this one. This is from Cozy Club Handmade. Really like that little flap there. And I also added a label at the front. I sew, and then I just top stitched it down a little bit there as well. Now with this one, I want to make a cord set with this, and I've got just, how much, a tiny square of fabric left. I'm hoping I've got just enough to make a sleeveless little sort of tank top out of. I am going to have to cut and piece together, make sort of like a mock yoke on the back. So because I wanted to make that top, I was really tight on how I cut out my waistband. So I've made the waistband a little bit thinner. So I didn't do the full depth of elastic that they ask for. I just used, what is that? Sort of 5/8 of an inch elastic, and I made a little channel there. So I've got this mock paper bag, little frill at the top, which is quite sweet. What I would say when I make up the bob pants is I don't use the style arc instructions. I use a sew along. I can't remember the vlogger's name. I will link it in the description below, but it is such a clear tutorial. It's fantastic. Style arc don't have you attach the pockets in like the easiest way. So I much prefer doing it where you sew one to the front, one to the back, understitch, and then sort of sew them together and finish up your side seam. So I will link her vlog down below if you haven't made the bob pants. They are really straightforward make anyway, but if you do like some instructions, that vlog is fantastic. Again, hopefully I will have put a picture up here of me wearing them. I wore these yesterday, so comfortable, and I did get a couple of compliments on them. One from my young niece, my 17-year-old niece. So I think that's quite a high compliment, high praise to get to get that from a 17-year-old who's quite fashionable. So thank you, Freya. Right, next thing I made was I was going through my fabric stash here, and as I mentioned in my last vlog, we are starting building work, and this is going to have to be turfed out, and it's going to become our sort of temporary kitchen. So there's going to be plates and pots and pans in there. So I was going through that to try and tidy it up and get rid of some bits and bobs. And I came across a little remnant of fabric that I bought from, I can't remember where, last summer. And I will grab it. It is this. So it is a viscose lycra, and I had not not a metre, maybe like 90 centimetres, basically enough width to make this little tank top. And I used the, bobbins, I can't remember, the Trudy Turtleneck. The Trudy Turtleneck, I will put the name somewhere down here. I used the Trudy Turtleneck to create this. I obviously didn't do the turtleneck. I widened the neckline and I've made it sleeveless. It does actually come as a pattern piece for it to be sleeveless, and to be honest, I can't remember if I adjusted it or not, but it does actually sit just over my shoulder and a little bit too tight on the armholes for me. So that's my mistake. I should have checked as I was cutting it out, but it's fine. I don't mind. I finished off the neckline with a neckband, and same on the arms, just did a band there. And I've put in my little, oh, hello you, my little Moira Rose label that I had made up. And yeah, pretty good. Not much to say about it, really. Very quick and easy. Nice palette cleanser, nothing too challenging to make there. Now, what I also made up was, I made these both in June with the intention of doing these for So Fruity. But I didn't actually get around to taking any photos, and I didn't actually even put them in for the challenge, so doesn't matter. My daughter's got wear out of one of them at least anyway. And again, this was a little remnant of fabric that I had from the Stitch Festival, not even last year, year before that, I think. And I was going through my cupboard again and I found this fabric, and I'd always thought it was mushrooms, and then I looked closer and it's slices of some kind of fruit, maybe pomegranates and lemons. So I thought, oh, that's perfect for So Fruity, I will do that. So I took some of her little leggings and I made her up a little pair of shorts to go under her dresses, and she loves it. Really easy, just traced around a pair of leggings she already had, so not even with a pattern. And then You Deserve to Dream. I love that label. Another little rosy cheeks one there. So I made her those. And then I had a little bit left over to make her a dress. And I haven't finished making this dress. So I made the top out of what I had left. A little neckband. And then for the arms, I just turned under fabric and I've zigzag stitched it. And the skirt of it is with a double gauze that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, which was one of those kind of disappointing ones that arrived, because it's a double gauze like I've never seen something quite so squishy and stretchy before. And it's just been sitting in my fabric basket over there for ages, sort of not really knowing what to do with it. So I made up a little skirt to go with it. I didn't have quite enough to do a full gather skirt, so it's a bit of a straight skirt, and I haven't hemmed it yet either, but she's pretty happy with it. She's all right with it. So yeah, again, I didn't enter into So Fruity. I didn't get around to taking any photos, but she's got a couple of new things there for her. That is everything I have been making. A very quick vlog. Apologies if it's a little bit rushed. I realise I haven't actually even said what I'm wearing. This is the waffle knit t-shirt I made, I can't remember when I made it, last month before, in navy, little navy neckband, and I've got it tucked into a bias skirt, which again, apologies you can't see. I made this up for, I think, a So Frugal. I think it's the Mood fabric bias cut skirt. Very easy to make. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. I'm getting closer and closer to hitting the 4,000 subscriber mark, which is unbelievable. I can't believe it. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed and keeps watching my vlogs. I hope you are still enjoying them. If there's any particular content you would like to see from me, please do drop it in the comments down below. Let me know what you enjoy watching, if it's makes, plans, you know, just general day-to-day stuff. If you are interested in hearing about how the building work is going and you want to see all the mud outside or anything like that, let me know. I'm happy to include that as well. So I hope you are looking after yourself, you're staying well, getting lots of sewing done, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.